Hi, I'm Raj Mizir, Technical Sales Rep, Jackson Ultima Skates. One of the new introductions for this year is the DJ 2500, which is called a Premier boot. It's a Premier level boot. What it did is actually replaces our DJ 2200 boot only. We still have that boot as an outfit, which is called a competitor. It still comes with a boot and a blade. However, the blade is also upgraded to an Aspire blade. So we did some good upgrade of our blades in our line. But the boot only, we made some nice changes. It's now called a Premier that we're going to introduce as the boot only. The price is very close to the same as the 2200, within a few dollars. So but there's a lot of upgrades on this skate. In the 2500, what we introduced from the 2200, the upgrades that we have is actually the rolled top line, the cover on the tongue, which is covered with microfiber. Also, a triple flex tongue, which actually flexes with the foot. So you don't have that push down, you actually have the tongue flexing with your foot. We have softer paddings in there, which is cushier than before. We also have the cutout for the ankle bones in the padding itself. So we do not have a pre-punched ankle, but we do have the cutout in there that's going to eliminate maybe 70–75% of the need for pre-punched ankles. Also, we have the hooks that are set back. Usually the hooks on the skates before were up here. We have them set back in such a way that it works for the narrow ankles and also it works for the wider ankles, because you know in skating there's a lot of kids that have skinny ankles, so they need that security of the wrap from there. And for the wider ankles, you still have the material coming around here to give you that extra wrap. We also have the softer top lines that as you can see there, that helps to lock the tongue in place better over the top of the foot to give you a better wrap over the top of the foot. And we also added a stitching in here. It's just not, it's more to lock the reinforcement in there, because sometimes at this level especially, it's an intermediate level, and sometimes people get overfitted because you're looking at a younger person that's just getting into skating, and a lot of the times people want growth room, especially in that level there. By stitching the reinforcements down in there, it actually helps even if they do have a little growth room to avoid the breakage in the skate, because what happens when you give growth room, you're actually fitting the skates bigger, so there's a little bit more room for play in there, which causes breakdown. We also have on that boot that we have in our entire leather line, we do have the layered cork outsole. And what we use for layered cork as well is actually an extruded cork that's extruded with EVA. So not only it's lighter, it also acts as a shock absorbent. If you notice the way that it's layered, it's leather, cork, leather, cork, leather, cork, and leather. So what it does is take some of the landing shock that you used to normally have with the harder leather. It takes some of that landing shock away, because EVA is a natural shock absorbent on its own. So between the EVA, extruded EVA, and the cork that's in there, it actually absorbs some of the shock as well. So which is a great, and that is actually on our entire top end line on all the leather skates. I'm Raj Mizir, Technical Sales with Jackson Ultima Skates.